Hi students, welcome to first year commerce class. Our lesson business finance is going on. In our previous classes, we have learnt about, we are going on discussing about the merits and demerits of each and every source of finance. In this class also, we are going to discuss about the merits and demerits of one of the source of finance for medium term purpose. Public deposits is the source of medium term finance. Medium term finance means already you know it is raised for a period of 1 to 5 years. That means we don't repay within 1 year. At the same time, we don't take more than 5 years. So the loan what you have taken, the amounts what you have borrowed are to be paid within a period of 1 to 5 years. That is called as medium term finance. We had lengthy discussion on that short term, medium term and long term finance. And for each type of finance, we have got various sources. For long term, we have got equity shares, preference shares, debentures and retained earnings. For medium term, we have got public deposits, debentures, loans from financial institutions, loans from commercial banks, etc. So let us understand public deposits first. Then we will go for merits and limitations. What are public deposits? Deposit means the amount kept by some person in a bank or in a post office or with someone else. That is called deposit. For example, in some colleges, they take library deposit. That means a student has to deposit 200 rupees or 500 rupees with the library department, so that if you take the books and you don't return and you damage the book, the library will use your money. Many colleges do take this. They take, even in engineering colleges, they take lab equipment deposit. Means every student has to keep some money with that laboratory, so that if you damage any equipment from your deposit, they will deduct and they will get that new equipment or tool. So like that, for safety purpose, whatever we take, that is called as deposits. But in banking terminology, in our commerce, deposit means any money what we have saved with the bank or post office in order to get interest. What is interest? The extra money paid by the banker to the deposit holders. For example, we deposit 1 lakh rupees in the year 2020. So at the end of the year, that means in 2020 January you have deposited, in 2020 December you will get 1 lakh 8,000 rupees. So 8,000 rupees you will get extra. That is called interest. So the extra money paid to the deposit holder is called as interest. So normally people have the tendency of depositing their savings, their surplus money in banks. Even your parents, maybe your relatives or neighborhood, you can ask. Generally we will have a bank account. So whenever we get salary or some income, apart from our, means after spending our expenses, if any money is left, we go and deposit in bank. Commonly you can see. So why do we deposit money into bank? That the money will be safe. Nobody can steal. Suppose if you keep 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs in your home, so some thieves may come and they steal your money. Robbery may take place. So there is a chance of losing that money. But if you deposit in bank, it is safe. Apart from safety, you will get interest. Means extra money you will get. So that is the reason people deposit their money into various banks. You can deposit in any bank, private bank or public sector bank. Similarly, see, as the people have got habit of depositing their money into banks for interest purpose, the same manner, when a company requires money, suppose say we have started a company, Sri Medhavi Limited, we require money. So through paper advertisement or through other medium of communication, we can request people to deposit their money into our company. So in Hyderabad or in Telangana or all over India, many people may be there who have got extra money. So those people who are depositing that money into banks. So what we can do is, we can invite people, we can request people, okay, that please come and deposit your money with our company, we will pay certain rate of interest. Okay, whether we pay rate of interest more than the bank or less than the bank, according to the situation and according to our requirement, according to the demand of the, okay, depositors and rules and regulations we follow. So that procedure we decide according to the situation. But what is the main scheme, main procedure of accepting or say securing finance through public deposits is, any company which requires capital, so when the amount raised through shares, equity shares or preference shares or debentures is not sufficient, and the company would like to use this source also, so simply can give an ad in the newspapers or in televisions or through other medium of communication, requesting people to deposit their money in our company. So people, those who have got confidence on our management, they believe that we will repay money promptly on the agreed date, we will pay promptly the interest. So the people may come forward and they can deposit their money. So that will be used as capital for us. Just now I told Sri Medhavi Limited requires say 50 crores through public deposits. So we give the paper ad, interested people will come to our office or to the concerned location. So they complete the formalities, we give the form and okay, agreement. Then we put a acknowledgement for that. So people will deposit their money. So we will give a deposit certificate that so and so person has deposited some lakhs of rupees in our company. We agree to pay so and so rate of interest. That document we will give to the deposit holders. That is called deposit certificate. Even you deposit in a bank, then also you will get a deposit certificate if that is done in recurring or FD. So like that people will come forward and they will deposit their money in our company. So we use that money for our business activities, and at an agreed date, maybe after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, whatever the agreement we have written, accordingly we repay that money, and every year we will be paying the interest. So that is the scheme of public deposits. So let us discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages. So merits, okay, or say advantages. First one is the procedure of obtaining deposits is simple. Okay, when you compare to issue of equity shares or issue of preference shares, for which you have to follow lengthy rules and regulations, in case of public deposits, such restrictions are not there. It is very easy to secure capital through public deposits. Next, cost of public deposits is generally lower than the cost of borrowings from banks and other financial institutions. What do you mean by cost? Means the interest what we pay. The interest what we have to pay to the deposit holders is generally less when compared to a bank loan. For example, if we, the company, borrow 50 lakhs or 50 crores from a commercial bank, we may have to pay 8% interest. But when we secure deposits from the people, we may be paying only 6%. So that's how we can save our money. So it is advantage to the company. Cost of public deposits means the amount what we have to pay to the deposit holders, that is nothing but the interest. So interest will be less on public deposits when compared to other bank loans or borrowings from financial institutions. What are the various financial institutions we have got? ICICI, IDBI. Already we have discussed about all these things. State finance corporations. So from these institutions also we can borrow loan. These institutions will provide you medium term as well as long term, but they may charge high rate of interest when compared to public deposits. Next, public deposits do not usually create any charge. Charge means guarantee of assets. So while securing capital from the people in the form of public deposits, company need not give any guarantee of assets. Okay, if public believe that yes, company has got goodwill, company has got good reputation in the market, if they have got confidence that company is going to repay the money, then they can deposit. But we are not going to give any guarantee of assets that if your money is not refunded, you can take away our machinery. If money is not refunded, you can take away our land. Such type of guarantee we are not giving. So it is plain, unsecured deposit it is. Next, as the depositors do not have voting rights. Voting rights are there only for equity shareholders, remember that. Preference shareholders, debenture holders or public deposit holders will not have any voting rights. So, deposit holders are not given the voting rights, so the control of the company is not diluted, means more people will not come and participate in the meetings. Control means like expressing their opinion, participating in the meetings, participating in the company affairs. All this is left only to the equity shareholders, like only few people will have, that means only equity shareholders will have the voice. Not all these people will come and take our powers. It is not like that. So powers, controlling powers will be with the equity shareholders only, because public depositors are not given the voting rights. So these are the advantages. Limitations. What are the disadvantages we have? That new companies generally find it difficult to raise funds. See, to raise funds means borrowing money from the people. Borrowing money from the people depends upon your goodwill. Suppose if you are known to the people know about the company, then they may deposit. See, for example, a second year student who is regular to the college and known to me, suddenly may ask, sir, please give your notes, sir, please give 500 rupees in required emergency. So, generally what the lecturers or college people or principals may say that, yes, she is known and she will be given that required money, because they know that the student is regular and they have got the confidence that they can collect that money later, they can get the book back. Imagine a new student who has joined the college for the first day. She came and she asked, sir, give me 1000 rupees, emergency I require. Do we give? No. Because we don't know what she is and whether she comes regularly or not. We are not known each other. So, suddenly asking money or book or notes, we can't help, because we do not have that confidence, because she is a very new student. So, similarly, when companies are very new to the market, people don't believe the companies, because who is the management, when did they establish, what product they are going to manufacture, how long they stay in the market, no one knows. So that is the reason it becomes very difficult for the newly established companies to get the capital in the form of public deposits. Next, it is unreliable source. Unreliable source means we cannot believe this source of finance. That suppose when we require 50 crores or 100 crores, there is no guarantee that even after giving advertisements and announcements, people may respond. There is no guarantee. Because public deposits are not much popular particularly in Indian market, and many times people may not respond. People may think that it is better to deposit their money in a bank rather than in a public limited company. So, in general, people think about safety of their investment and steady income for their investment. So, they may prefer to deposit their money in a bank rather than in a company. So, even though you require some money, even though this source is available, there is no guarantee that you will get the required capital. Then, collection of public deposits may prove difficult when you require large sums. When company requires large amount of capital. For smaller amounts, we can depend on public deposits, because at least few percentage of people may come forward and they believe our company. But when you require large amount of capital, it is very difficult to secure capital through public deposits, because it is difficult to convince people. Because you cannot demand, you cannot threaten. It is completely the understanding and confidence of the people among the company. So, if people believe, they will provide you. So that is the reason It is whenever you require large amount of capital, it is very difficult. So these are the limitations in case of public deposits.